Good evening guys, welcome to another G.S.I vlog. Tonight join myself and Ralph. Been asking you all week to send in your questions for a Q&A session with myself and Ralph, so we've got a lot to go through. Whether we split this vlog into two parts or not, we'll decide a bit later on, but I suppose we should jump straight into it.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the questions but Ralph's not, so his reactions are going to be quite genuine. So
Yeah.
we'll crack straight on with it, I think.
Yeah, we'll do our best to answer all of them.
Yeah, honestly, but we'll try and keep the swearing down to a minimum as well. Like on the, no ghosts in here, we hope anyway. Not like usual. So let me just find out what I've done with them. Right, are you ready?
Here we go then.
The first question's been sent in by Den. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah. I think I do believe in aliens. I think it'd be wrong to believe that we're the only thing living in this galaxy.
Yeah.
It's not my forte, but yeah.
Well, I sort of find that alien is it's a very sort of loose term for me. What's an alien?
Yeah,
you depict the green man in the spaceship flying around, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, I mean, I think I've probably got these figures wrong, but it was a 16 to billion one chance that human life evolved to how we are. But as big as the universe is, and ever expanding, to me that doesn't sound like a lot in the grand scheme of things, 16 billion to 1. So for me personally, I think if anyone thinks that there couldn't be life on other planets, you've got to be pretty ignorant, really.
I think so. Yeah.
As whether it's the little man in the green spaceship, I don't think so.
Yeah. To find what they look like, colours and stuff like that. But yeah, we do that. Well, yeah, we believe in aliens. Is the answer to that one then?
There we go. And the second one that is sent in is: do you believe in time travel?
Oh. No, not really. I don't think I do.
Think it's possible?
Well, there's nothing been proven there to say that it is possible, really, outside the realms of movies. I don't think it is possible. I think if you look on the basis of reincarnation and past life experiences and stuff like that, I think if you look at it from that sort of level, then you could attack it. But I've never really looked into it properly. But
me either. But from thinking of the basic laws of the universe at the moment, I don't think it's possible, because you've pretty much got to break every law, haven't you?
Yeah.
To achieve it, and I mean, maybe, I don't know if it's possible one day, but at this moment in time, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, no. I'm in the same bit. If you've got any information that proves otherwise, it'd be an interesting read.
Yeah, I'm sure Den might have.
Yeah, that's it. We might be able to come back and re-answer the question.
Which we may do. The next question was sent in from Kane, so thanks for that, Kane. What's the scariest place that we've investigated so far?
Oh, I think scary is a harsh word. Probably you might be in a better position to answer this for doing that Clifton Woods with James recently.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't get scared of things like that ever. It just doesn't bother me. But I was put on edge on that one. That's probably the most I've been on edge yet. But I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
But to be on edge is something, But what about you? I mean, when we've done these together, we've not really had anything oppressive together, have we?
No,
Really?
we've had a sense of, when we've been to Calverton Woods, we've had a sense of not being alone. It's just made you look over your shoulder. But I wouldn't really turn around and go, is it made you scared? No, I don't think I could turn around and say at any time I've been scared. It's more been overcome with curiosity. That's not to turn around and say that with what we've got planned that won't happen. So watch this space, and we might be adding on to it and revising our answers. But so far to date, I'd turn around and say no, I haven't been scared.
So you haven't been scared?
No.
So you can't really answer that one then?
No.
What's the scariest place? They've all sort of been on a level for you?
Yeah. I think they're all interesting in their own way. For like I say, there's that sense of not being alone when we was at Calverton.
Should have put that on silent.
So technical team showing its. Yeah. So for me, I've not been scared yet. But watch this space.
Well, we're hoping.
So watch this space.
But for me, it was definitely Clifton Woods, the one we did. I think it was the 29th of June. Yeah, something definitely wrong on that night. I don't usually get spooked or scared or anything like that. So yeah, interesting one.
YouTube, watch the video.
Yeah.
That'll pretty much prove what it's saying. You can, if you know John, you can see, you can hear in the voice how it's.
Yeah,
how it's
and
there.
I don't get scared. Anybody that knows me,
Yeah,
you know, in my personal life and whatever, just knows that I don't get bothered by it. I get intrigued and interested. I don't get bothered, but something bothered me that night, and I still don't know what at the moment. So I'm really looking forward to going back. I really am. So yeah. Next question that Ken sent in: how long have we been ghost hunting for?
Ooh.
I don't know whether you want to take this as a group or how long have you been doing it solo before we sort of got together.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose as a group, about a year now.
It's just under into
Just under a year,
yeah,
coming
just
up
under
to a year from talking about it, starting the investigations, to where we are now. So, as far as we're concerned, it's saying less than 12 months and how far we've come and achieved really. If we carry on like this, yeah, we're optimistic about it.
Very much so.
I mean, me in the paranormal world, well, I've been into it since I was 6 or 7 years old, actually.
Mm.
So quite some time.
Well, I've always been interested in it, but as actually doing anything, it was into my late 20s really, where I started doing a few ghost hunts, paid for ones. But it was more of just an aside thing really until I met Ralph and realised that we both had something, a hobby like in common, and then yeah, we thought we'd give it a crack.
Yeah, here we are. So yeah, for me, I'd say late teens.
Yeah.
Late teens I started.
And probably late 20s for me when I started going to the paid for ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that one.
And he sent one more in. Would we consider going to a different country to discover what's going over there?
Oh. Yeah, I think we're getting more established. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, but if you don't mind waiting until this starts making money, mate, that'd be handy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, let's make some money of it. That's it. And, you know, let's establish our family life. We don't want to come back to an empty house and a note on the table from my wife.
No. We've always said in doing this, both of us said from the start, my family comes first.
Yeah.
This is a hobby for us. We hope you guys enjoy watching the videos as much as we enjoy making them. And yeah, we do hope the channel does go somewhere in the future, but family must come first. We can't reiterate that enough for us, can we?
No, that
Always.
is the most
Always.
important thing. I mean, before we go abroad, there's plenty of places in this country we've got to look at anyway.
There's loads of places we've got lined up coming up. So
it's not outside the realms of possibility, but don't hold your breath.
not yet,
No.
but maybe one day. We'll see.
That's it.
Yeah. Right, these have been sent in by Jamie, so thanks for these, Jamie. Why did you start ghost hunting?
I think ultimately it's to get the answers. It's to understand, silly as it sounds, to try and understand what's classed as the unknown. And it's sort of like, get a sense of like, is the end actually the end? And
Yeah.
you know, and it's things like that. Can we get the ultimate piece of evidence? At the end of the day, the skeptics are going to turn around and write anything off.
Yeah.
So, really, I mean, the ultimate goal is for probably 99% of ghost hunters is to get that ultimate piece of evidence.
To find out what is actually cracking off, yeah.
But along the way, you know, if it helps and secure people, you know, I've done private residence in the past, we've done open areas. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's like, really, it's like learning history at first hand.
It is, and there's a lot of ambiguities with it, isn't there? Certain programmes that I personally think are on TV that massively enhance what you're watching for entertainment purposes, and that's not what we do. So you'll see some of the videos that we actually put online might be quite boring. We do chop them down as much as we can, so you've got actually something to watch, but what we see is what you guys see, and we will not enhance that in any way, because then we're not actually giving you the evidence that we're looking for anyway. We're giving you fake, and we don't want that.
So we're not entertainers.
No, we do it. You know, we do it properly.
We'd learn clown skills and start juggling if we were, but
like some of them need to. But yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, it was more the interest sort of thing. Like you say, the answer to the question, what is it really? What is a ghost? What's paranormal? What's the spirits? Do they exist for sure? You know, there's a lot of interesting things we've encountered so far, aren't there? Which sort of begs question. You know, it offers more questions than it answers. Let's say, but it's interesting still. But we've still not come across the definitive yet.
No, definitely.
Certainly not yet. And Jamie's also sent in, what's the worst thing found on an investigation? Don't actually know what he means by that. Worst thing. Maybe this again, is that the scariest thing you're taking that as?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the scariest thing or worst thing. In fact, I'll tell you what, I mean, one of the investigations I did, probably the worst thing I found is when you hear out for a cry out for help back on an EVP knowing that you can't do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, so that's like, in fact that was the old Vic Leisure Centre.
You still got that?
Still got that on audio somewhere, so
Try and
yeah.
upload that for you at some point.
Yeah, yeah, there was a death by an employee down there in the plant section in the tunnels and that, and you can hear him shouting for help, saying help me.
So, that's got to cut you down now, doesn't it?
You know what I mean? You can't do anything about it, so if it's in that context, shit, that's the worst thing.
Yeah, for me, the worst thing. Again, it's probably during the the Clifton second investigation. It was, and I don't know why the camera didn't pick it up, because it picked up laughing and noises all through the night, but it was a massive bang, like somebody snapping a big stick in half, but it resonated around the wood. And then as soon as that happened, you could hear like a figure or something literally running through the undergrowth. It was clear as day. Couldn't be more than 5 metres from me. The camera didn't pick the noise up, and I couldn't pick up anything on camera. And that is the point where I started to get a little bit put on edge, because then I couldn't answer it, and it was so loud. And the fact that the camera didn't pick it up on its own when it was picking up things from miles away, well, not literally miles, but from a distance, but it didn't pick that up from 5 metres, and it resonated around the wood. That's strange in itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably the thing for me.
Mm.
Right, Stuart has sent in, what would we do if we saw a real ghost? I think we'd dance a jig, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I think that's the ultimate thing, really, is to see a real ghost and actually have it evidenced. I mean,
yeah, I'd be pleased as punch. I wouldn't run off. I wouldn't be scared. I would take as many photos as we could, get it from any angle that we could, and then try and communicate, I think, personally.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm on the same page, to be honest with you, with that one, yeah. I mean, I have seen ghosts, not been documented, so I haven't had evidence, but I've had seen them and described them and shown photographs afterwards, so yeah. So yeah.
We'd have a party, wouldn't we?
It
If
would,
we was
yeah.
able to capture that on film, we would literally throw a party.
And I think if you watch the previous questions, it's sort of like, what are we looking to do as ghost hunters, is to get that ultimate piece of evidence, and that will be pretty damn close.
That'll do me.
Yeah.
I think. He's also sent in, do we think there are more non-believers or believers compared to a few years ago?
I think the media has woken up to the world of ghost hunting. Now, whether that's through entertainment or now it's not as a taboo area, it's a bit more accepted. So I think, as much as I'd hate to say it, you know, the likes of Most Haunted with entertainment and that, they brought it through. Tat's team from the Ghost Hunters in the USA, when that was on, they brought a lot through. So I think, you know, I think those three sort of like woke us up to it. I mean, if you think to 6, 7 years ago, you know, it's you wouldn't have these organised ghost hunts either in these places. It just seems to.
You'd get the odd thing, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it just seems to be happening a lot more. So, yeah.
Believers or non-believers?
I think that's hard to say. I still turn around and say it's pretty much 50-50.
You think it's a split now?
Yeah, I think it's probably 50-50 really. And those that's bordering on the, you know, I suppose you could break it down. You're going to have those that don't believe, those that do believe, and those that are in the middle waiting for that best piece of evidence.
Which are pretty much us.
Yeah,
that's
to
where we
determine
fit,
what
really.
it is. So, you know, I've not got statistics, so.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think that's not far off, to be honest, mate.
Yeah.
I think there's more believers now than there used to be, but that's simply because it's been either opened up for entertainment or, I mean, YouTube's been a great platform.
Yeah.
You know, for doing things like this. So I think it's made people more of a believer. But there's still a lot of non-believers out there, and I don't think you'll ever change their minds, regardless of if you found that evidence or not. It will be, you know, fake. So some people you just can't please, really, can you?
Well, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
You know. And the last question Stuart sent in is: are ghost sightings becoming more common than they used to be?
I think they are now, probably through the acceptance of technology now, better technology. and cheaper technology as well. So I think it's easier to do, and
I think
again,
more
through
people
the-
are doing it, which
through
is
the media and stuff like
exactly.
that. You know, you can pick up kit cheaper, so they're not afraid to explore and shout out, really.
Yeah, and because of all the new media stuff that you've got and the equipment's now cheap, you've got a lot more people doing it, so it's more mainstream. Whether there's probably more people doing it because excuse me, because it's cheaper, it's fun, and people find that it's a bit of a giggle really. So yeah, I think there's more people doing it nowadays, but it's simply because technology's become way too, well, it's not too cheap, but way cheaper than it used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it really on that one.
Okay.